Let me share with you the remarkable story of Caleb Taylor, a young man born into the intricate tapestry of 19th century Massachusetts. Imagine Springfield in the early 1800s. Picture Benjamin Charles Taylor, a German-born immigrant who sought new opportunities and a prosperous business in America. Eager to integrate into his adopted homeland, Benjamin embraced a new American identity by changing his name and becoming a vocal figure in local politics, particularly in the rising abolitionist movements. Now envision the forbidden connection that blossomed between Harriet, an enslaved woman on a neighboring plantation, and the immigrant-turned-American entrepreneur Benjamin. Their enduring bond defied societal norms and legal restrictions. Enter young Caleb, born on August 12, 1839 in Springfield. In an extraordinary act during his childhood, Benjamin granted Caleb freedom papers. This ensured Caleb's growth as a free individual and represented a personal commitment to Caleb's rights and a belief in freedom and equality. Caleb's early years were shaped by the stark contrast between his privileged upbringing and the struggles of those still enslaved. Raised with a profound sense of justice, Caleb, fluent in both English and German, embraced not only his African-American roots but also the rich heritage of his German ancestry. Follow Caleb's journey to West Point, secured by Benjamin's connections. A letter from Abraham Lincoln, a lawyer and former congressman, opened the doors to the prestigious West Point Military Academy. Born free, Caleb, with a deep appreciation for both his African-American slave roots and his German heritage, became the first colored man to graduate from the academy. Upon graduation, Caleb's skills and leadership were recognized. After 4 years of service, he was commissioned as a captain in charge of an artillery company. As war looms, Caleb, now a Union officer, sees the Civil War as a battle to preserve the Union and oppose secession. His dedication stems from a belief in the Constitution's principles, the integrity of the nation, and the continuation of the democratic experiment forged by the Founding Fathers. In Caleb's eyes, the conflict arises from a profound disagreement over slavery, a system he deems unjust, having been born into it. The election of Abraham Lincoln triggers the secession of Southern states, seen by Caleb, a man fluent in both German and English, as a direct challenge to the very existence of the United States. As we embark on this singular journey, let us witness the transformative potential of education, opportunity, and the pursuit of justice embodied in Caleb's remarkable life. Join us as we explore where this season will take Caleb, a man who speaks German and embraces both his African-American and German roots, in the unfolding pages of history.
What's up, everybody? Cyber C here. Here we are for Season 4 of Grand Tactician, the Civil War, 1861 to 1865. We're going to start off this season with difficulty very hard and aggressiveness elevated. The reason why we're doing aggressiveness elevated is due to ChatGPT saying that it is more historically accurate being aggressiveness elevated. I asked ChatGPT to explain it to me, and this is what it said.
CSA aggression for the Union. Elevated. While the CSA faced difficulties, particularly as the war progressed, there were instances of elevated aggression, especially in the early and later stages of the conflict. The aggressive tactics employed by Confederate generals like Robert E. Lee and the use of guerrilla warfare in some regions created challenges for the Union forces, while the overall strategic situation often forced the Confederacy into a defensive stance. The aggressive actions at key points in the war justified describing their aggression level as elevated.
So now we see why it chose aggressiveness elevated. So I think that's fair to use AI as much as I can this season. Season 1, 2, and 3, I use AI a little bit. I want to use it a lot more this season. But with AI, you actually have processing power and you actually have to pay for it. So if it gets expensive, I might cut it again. But for right now, we're going to try to get as much AI as we can in this because I want to do something different. My name's Cyber. I like cyber security. I like cyber stuff. I like technology. So we're going to try to implement as much AI as we can into this series for Season 4. Now, this is going to be very challenging since the difficulty is on very hard. We're going to have to move slow. Our battles are going to have to be slow. We're going to have to think about every move we make and what consequence and what action comes from that move we make. Now, we're also going to take our time rising up in the ranks this season. So we're going to start off as a lowly captain and work our way up. We're not going to influence any promotions. When they say we deserve it, we deserve it. Just like I did in Season 1 with Marcus. But hopefully, this will not turn out like Season 1 like Marcus. So, difficulty very hard, aggressiveness elevated. This is going to be very challenging. Anyway, let's get to meeting the character. So, I'm going to do a quick slideshow of what goes on right here. So, his name is Caleb Taylor. His nickname is Vanguard. He was born in Massachusetts, August 12th, 1839. And now for the questions, you're just going to see them as a quick slideshow so we can get through this part so you don't hear me reading and us taking up time. Let's get it. All right, the questionnaire is finished. We're reliable, we're devout, we're a teetotaler, and we're a liberal. Wow. Good perks. We can work with that. We can work with that.
This step, secession, once taken, can never be recalled. We and our posterity shall see our lovely South desolated by the demon of war. Alexander Stephens, Vice President of the Confederate States of America. Chapter 2. The Demon of War. The election of Abraham Lincoln, an anti-slavery Republican, as the 16th President of the United States was the last straw, triggering secession. One by one, Southern slave states declared secession from the Union and formed the Confederate States of America, led by President Jefferson Davis. This secession ignited the inevitable escalation, with fruitless efforts to still find a political compromise falling on deaf ears. Advocates of armed insurrection and fire eaters roam the states with steel in their eyes, and the public is aroused to volunteer, to fill the ranks, to quell the rebellion, and to preserve the Union or to secure independence from it. Following open hostilities, President Lincoln's militia call for 75,000 volunteers for 3 months' service, sparks incredulous protest and loud outcry among the southern states. And these sparks set on fire the irreversible. More states secede. Now it's war. 75,000, 100,000, and even more. Soon, the largest armies seen on American soil muster, drill, and prepare for war. A war that is to be neat, short, and limited. The whole matter would be settled by Christmas. But a dark shadow would loom over the growing and inexperienced armies. Without a swift and decisive blow from the very offset of the war, there's every chance of a long, confused, and disorganizing civil war, and even foreign powers may feel a desire to take a hand therein. The time is ticking for the newborn Confederacy. The Union must act. The demon of war has awakened.
All right, good intro. Here we have our commander-in-chief giving us command of a unit of our choosing. This season, we're doing everything very difficult, so we're going to choose an artillery, since my man is an artillery specialist, and the lowest prestige one. So we're going to be a captain, working our way up from the least wanted unit in the whole entire game. So we're literally starting from the bottom, working our way up.
It seems like the whole of America is mobilizing. Men in great numbers from all corners of the country from Maine all the way down to Texas are mustering to serve their nation, to fight for the America they believe in. Such great armies require great leadership, worthy officers to lead them into battle and to victory. And that's where you come in. First of all, sir, let me congratulate you on your recent promotion and commission. Now, you will be a part of historical events unfolding before our very eyes. The men are looking up to you for your leadership and example, and your superiors for your unwavering obedience in carrying out their orders. Prepare yourself and your unit well, as soon you'll join the columns of men as long as one's eyes can see, marching to the sound of guns to make history. Do well, and maybe one day it'll be you commanding our great armies to victory. And when it's all done, you'll have one hell of a story to tell. But let's not get ahead of things now, sir. It's merely the time to start writing that story of yours. Report to your commander at his headquarters at once for your orders. Make your country proud.
All right, so let's check out our army. We got Irvin McDowell leading us, and we have Dixon Miles, head of my division, leading me. I want to know who these people are, so let's ask ChatGPT who they are.
Major General Irvin McDowell was a career United States Army officer who served during the American Civil War. He was born on October 15, 1818 in Columbus, Ohio, and graduated from the United States Military Academy at West Point in 1838. McDowell is best known for his role in the First Battle of Bull Run, also known as the First Battle of Manassas, in July 1861. He was appointed by President Abraham Lincoln to command the Union Army of Northeastern Virginia. The battle took place near Manassas, Virginia, and was the first major land battle of the Civil War. Unfortunately for McDowell, the Union forces were defeated by the Confederate Army under General P.G.T. Beauregard. The defeat at Bull Run led to criticism of McDowell's leadership, and he was subsequently relieved of command. Despite this setback, McDowell continued to serve in the Union Army in various capacities throughout the war. He later participated in the Peninsula Campaign and the Second Battle of Bull Run. After the war, Irvin McDowell held various military assignments and commands, including serving on the Pacific Coast and as a departmental commander. He retired from the U.S. Army in 1882 and lived until May 4, 1885, when he passed away in San Francisco, California. Dixon S. Miles was a career officer in the United States Army during the American Civil War. Born on August 4, 1804 in Westminster, Maryland, he had a military career that spanned several decades. During the Civil War, Dixon S. Miles served as a general in the Union Army. He held various commands, including leading Union forces in the early stages of the war in the Eastern Theater. One notable assignment was his command of the Department of the Shenandoah in 1861. In September 1861, he was in charge of Harper's Ferry, an important strategic location. General Miles faced a challenging situation during the Confederate advance under General Stonewall Jackson in the Shenandoah Valley. As part of the larger campaign, Harper's Ferry was surrounded and besieged. Miles and his garrison eventually surrendered to Jackson on September 15, 1862. After a brief and intense siege, the surrender was a significant setback for the Union, as it resulted in the capture of thousands of Union soldiers and valuable supplies. Dixon S. Miles died shortly after the surrender, on September 15, 1862, either due to illness or, according to some accounts, wounds sustained during the siege. His surrender at Harper's Ferry remains a controversial episode in the history of the Civil War, with some critics questioning his decisions and the circumstances surrounding the capitulation.
Okay, so now that we know the people that's above us, let's go ahead and outfit our artillery group. I'm thinking, since we're the bottom of the barrel, I want to have, yeah. This one looks good because it looks like we're nobodies. We're just carrying buckets around. And we're just a push around. So these are the type of men that I'm gonna have because they don't believe in me as a captain. So yeah, our officers are all good. Looks like nobody's dead. That's nice to see. From the other two seasons, so many of these people die. But we're starting fresh here. All right, so let's look at us. Let's see what we have. We're 160 pounds. We're ranked 51. Not bad. We can influence promotion, but we're not doing that this season. We're gonna earn it. If we go to headquarters, we have one. We could get a second in command. Let's go ahead and look for the best of the best. We might as well spend 140 prestige here. Well, it's 50 to get the staff and then 140, so I'm guessing that's 190 maybe. Samuel looks good, and he will increase in time the longer he's in this position. I mean, he's the best of the best. We have 979 prestige. We can't really get more men right now or axe for anything, so let's just go with him. Oh, he boosted up our admin. We are now a mediocre administrator. All right, so here, what we could work on. No, I don't really need political rally. I'm not gullible, so I don't have anything to get rid of people making fun of me. I don't think I have that yet. But since, no, I don't want this. I don't need supplies right now. Operations, initiative, or admin. Which one do I want to boost up right now? Cunning really doesn't matter. I guess cunning matters more for the AI. or if you're playing a campaign, it would matter for that. But we're not playing the campaign. We're playing whiskey and lemons, passive, study operation. I want to go with, I guess, admin. So that's $500. We have 2.6 thousand. Thanks, Father. Oh yeah, you guys don't even know the backstory, but here is the biography. I'm going to actually show this off a little bit more during this season so you can read what's happening, and I will try to probably get him to write a diary or a journal. But yeah, anyway, let me show you the biography of Caleb.
Let me share with you the remarkable story of Caleb Taylor, a young man born into the intricate tapestry of 19th century Massachusetts. Imagine Springfield in the early 1800s. Picture Benjamin Charles Taylor, a German-born immigrant who sought new opportunities and a prosperous business in America. Eager to integrate into his adopted homeland, Benjamin embraced a new American identity by changing his name and becoming a vocal figure in local politics, particularly in the rising abolitionist movements. Now envision the forbidden connection that blossomed between Harriet, an enslaved woman on a neighboring plantation, and the immigrant-turned-American entrepreneur Benjamin. Their enduring bond defied societal norms and legal restrictions. Enter young Caleb, born on August 12, 1839 in Springfield. In an extraordinary act during his childhood, Benjamin granted Caleb freedom papers. This ensured Caleb's growth as a free individual and represented a personal commitment to Caleb's rights and a belief in freedom and equality. Caleb's early years were shaped by the stark contrast between his privileged upbringing and the struggles of those still enslaved. Raised with a profound sense of justice, Caleb, fluent in both English and German, embraced not only his African-American roots but also the rich heritage of his German ancestry. Follow Caleb's journey to West Point, secured by Benjamin's connections. A letter from Abraham Lincoln, a lawyer and former congressman, opened the doors to the prestigious West Point Military Academy. Born free, Caleb, with a deep appreciation for both his African-American slave roots and his German heritage, became the first colored man to graduate from the academy. Upon graduation, Caleb's skills and leadership were recognized. After 4 years of service, he was commissioned as a captain in charge of an artillery company. As war looms, Caleb, now a Union officer, sees the Civil War as a battle to preserve the Union and oppose secession. His dedication stems from a belief in the Constitution's principles, the integrity of the nation, and the continuation of the democratic experiment forged by the Founding Fathers. In Caleb's eyes, the conflict arises from a profound disagreement over slavery, a system he deems unjust, having been born into it. The election of Abraham Lincoln triggers the secession of southern states seen by Caleb, a man fluent in both German and English, as a direct challenge to the very existence of the United States. As we embark on this singular journey, let us witness the transformative potential of education, opportunity, and the pursuit of justice embodied in Caleb's remarkable life. Join us as we explore where this season will take Caleb, a man who speaks German and embraces both his African-American and German roots, in the unfolding pages of history.
So yeah, that was Caleb Taylor. So I will be reading through some of the biography during this campaign and maybe making some like diaries he's writing back home, or whenever he's sending notes to Lincoln, or whenever he's sending notes to Lincoln or some other commanders, or anything that he writes, I will be reading out or having AI read it out. So we could just get that much more into the roleplay aspect of season 4, because I want this to be the best season so far that we had. We had 3 chances already at it. But anyway, let's get my boy some drip. So the jackets, he already got the officer insignias on the shoulders, so that's good. The hat, we're artillery, so we gotta go with the artillery kepi. Or is that like cap? So now we got that. We still got money and prestige to use. So what else would he need? He would definitely need his Bible, because he's we are hermit. You are not known for your social skills. Many people feel working around you is a bit awkward, and you are many times left alone with others when others are socializing, and you think that's just fine. That's not just fine. We're going to get rid of that action whenever we can. What else would we need? Binoculars. Yeah, if you're artillery, you're looking at where you're shooting, you're coordinating the attack with your man, where it's going to land. Just get a basic officer sword, because you're a captain, I guess. We're just going to get the basic pistol, a Colt 1860. We don't need a horse because we're on the ground with our man, and we're a lowly captain, so we don't need any of that yet. I mean, trousers, nah, we're fine. We're just going to look like our man and look like a lowly captain like we are. Our prestige, we have 45 plus items, plus 5 items, and negative 2.5. I'm guessing the negative 2.5 might be, oh, it's either the book or the Bible or the binoculars. our money. This is what we spent so far. We have none coming in yet. So, but we're still up to 1.82 thousand. I don't know what that is. $1,820 maybe. All right, our logistics is gonna take 41 days to complete. Our headquarters, we got him in there. He's gonna get better. He's gonna make us better. Biography, we already went over this, but yeah, I'm definitely going to be utilizing this because this is a little bit of cool that they included this in a roleplay aspect. That'll be kind of cool if I like read out. Oh, July 8th, 1862. It was a cold winter night. But yeah, you know what I mean. All right, we're gonna do that. But anyway, let us see what is going on here in this tab. All right, national morale, national support, morale of armies, loyal states. Oh, I'm going to be going through these tabs too during the campaign. Well, season, not really campaign. I mean, it is a campaign. It's RPG campaign, RPG career, whatever. So I'm going to be going through this too to look at how the war's going. Now, just know we can't really influence a whole lot because the AI handles a lot, but we're going to be trying to do as much as we can. I turned off European relations, so they can't intervene with us, so we don't have to worry about that. That's historically accurate. Trade warfare is even. Our economy is better than theirs, as we see. We're evenly matched, so I don't believe we're gonna win the first couple battles. Even historically, the Union didn't win the first couple of battles. They didn't win the first battle, as we saw with the chat, with the AI told us with the biography. We have 6 armies in the field. He doesn't even have anything really. All right, we can't look at the finances, policies. I can't really influence anything yet. We're still too early. But once I can, maybe I'll try to do something along the lines of a role play. I don't want to like be too OP like the last season, but I don't think we are because the difficulty is too high. But we're researching military 1. If we look in here, I have no appointment possible to influence any of this. But when I can, you know I'm going for the artillery because your boy is artillery man himself. Okay, so this is the economy of the South. It looks like it's the production value is going up. What is the difference? All right, building level 1. So I'm trying to understand how this works. These are, so that's a good production efficiency. And all of these are looking like it's the South. I don't think this is North, Texas, Virginia. So these are their forms. These are 3-star forms. So I'm guessing they're not really the best forms. But if we scroll up, the coal mines and the gold mines. Oh, that's where it's at. Let's see the Union. Okay, so these are ours. I don't really want to attack ours. These are ours and theirs. Okay, so, oh, I get how this works now. So if Caleb is with a different unit and we need, the South is kicking our butt and we need to figure out how to hit them where it hurts in the wallet so they can't recruit people, we can look for what's the most efficient production they have, and if we're near it, we can attack that, capture that, and hurt their economy. So it's not just about battling, it's also about taking territory and being strategic about that. Okay, because this season is going to be very interesting. If we have the opportunity to do that, we're definitely going to do that. I'm definitely going to look for spots where I could come in and just hit them, boom, for a couple $100,000, capture that land. If the opportunity arises though, I can't just, this is the closest one to us right now. So that'll be a good low-hanging fruit right here to take these coal mines here. And if I take that coal mine, they lose over $100,000. And it's very good efficiency, so it's really helping out their economy. So hit them where it hurts, in the mouth with the money if we can't beat them in battles. Because I don't know how the AI is going to do. But yeah, we got that down, so we know what we're going to do. Do we want to, you know what? I'm going to end it right here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 1, season 4. This is going to be a very, very exciting season. Thank you for supporting the other 3 seasons and allowing me to create a season 4. You guys are awesome. I look forward to this season. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. We don't know if we're going to win or lose, but we're going to try our best. And we're going to try so many different new tactics this season. But I'm Cyber. Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Later.